Welcome to another episode of Just Us Share Live. Guys, look at this. Look at that. Not only is my little timer going, there we go, the timer. I'm ready. It's exactly on time. I'm going live. I have incredible energy. I'm over 9,000 as far as my energy level is concerned. And today's topic, this morning's topic, depending on where you're watching it and when you're watching it, is all about content. Because there's always, everybody's telling you, you want to build your brand? You got to create content. Yes. But do you need to be creating content all the time? Is everybody a content creator? No. Should you have content? Yeah. But do you need a lot of content? Well, today I'm going to talk about how much content you actually need, or the types of content you actually need versus the ones you want to have, or at least think you want to have, right? So super excited to get started. Oh, I see people checking in already. Hello, Brenda and Falguni. Hello, Darshan. Hello. Oh my gosh, Liberty. Yes, timer on point. Check it out. I swear. This is something cool. I actually did it. Like literally, it's not my shtick, although it feels like my shtick, right? So clearly I am broadcasting, which is fantastic. And shout out to Alex B. Sheridan, who just made me not go crazy. So any of you content creators out there who are playing with video over the last 2 weeks on LinkedIn, notice you're like, WTF with your, I shouldn't say that, but what is going on with your numbers? I was like, yo, I want to wrap this up. I know video views in general on LinkedIn were going down, but it was down. I was like, am I doing something wrong? Do people just don't like my show anymore? But apparently there's a glitch in the matrix, the LinkedIn matrix, and all is coming back and is all right in the world. Thank you, Alex, for having his sources on the LinkedIn side. And he created a post and just let everybody know that, you know what, it's not as bad as you think. And your numbers are repopulating. So I know we don't do this for the numbers, but you do it to some degree because you actually want people to see your efforts. And if you're doing it with the right drivers. So for me, I just want to help you guys. I really want to give as much as I can every single week. And of course, when you do something like this, people get to know what's inside here. In fact, this episode is all about making sure that you showcase what's inside here. And making sure you're picking the right content, especially, I can't believe how much energy I have. I can feel it. It's crazy. But anyways, especially if you're not planning on creating content on a regular basis. Because let me tell you, about, 95% of the users on LinkedIn, okay? Let's just keep it real. 95% of you are not regular content creators. You're missing out on an opportunity, but it is not mandatory. But you should create content to build your digital presence. And for those of you who are really going out there to grow a personal brand and create opportunities way beyond, that's awesome. And of course, you're going to have to be a regular content creator like myself. But if you're just trying to make sure that you are opportunity ready, that when people come and knock into your profiles, and this is not just exclusive to LinkedIn, wherever you are creating content with purpose or want to show up and be known for something, this is where you're going to have to create some foundational anchor, if you will, content, stuff that's going to, when people are looking you up, that information is there. So in the meantime, I'm going to check in with you guys. And of course, you know what I want to know, right? Team Live or team replay. No matter what team you're on, of course you're on my team, but let me know where you are watching from. If you're watching on Facebook, because I know I got my viewers on Facebook and they're jumping up, so that is awesome. Or on Twitter or even on YouTube. Of course, you can catch all my back episodes on the YouTube channel. So just search #JustUsShare. And yes, Brenda, I'm glad you caught me too. That is awesome. Guys, if you are not connected with Brenda, get connected. I was on her live last week and it marked her 1-year anniversary. It was so cool of her doing lives. And she reached out to me that first time when she got live 1 year ago. And I was there for her 1-year anniversary. We didn't even know it. So that was really cool. Hey, Sean, nice to see you from the DMV. Summer in Texas. You are the third person from Texas I've talked to today, Summer. So how are you? Hey, Brian and Sid. And let me see. And Misha, nice to see you guys. Nicole on the FB. That's right. On the Facebook. Thank you so much for showing me love over there. And making sure I got everybody in here. And Anne, of course, Team Live, rocking it. Love it. And Darshan from Mexico. And Christopher, of course, Christopher Kata, thank you for repping. As always, you're going to love this episode today. This is all about the content you need to have, not the stuff you want, the stuff you need. And of course, in Tap That App, 2Ps, if you are into getting testimonials from your clients in a more interactive and fun way, you're going to love the app that I'm featuring today. And speaking of videos, in my scroll stopper, that's anything that makes my thumb stop scrolling. And this week, this was alerted to my attention, so I'll let you know who let me know. So if you see a scroll stopper, something that stops your thumb, don't forget to tag me in the post. All right. And I see Tanisha in Atlanta as well. Love it. And Ron, of course, Team Live today. I love it. And Michael, hey, what up, Michael? See, this is where cross-pollination happens. I met Michael over on Brenda's Live, and now he's over here. So this is what I'm talking about. You got to network to get the work, to get the connections, to build your network. So let's do this. Anyways, all right. So like I said, needs versus wants when it comes to content. That is what we're talking about tonight. So much energy. It's ridiculous. So the one thing that I want to ask you before we dive into the actual content itself is, so as much as I'm telling you, you don't need to, not everybody's going to create content. I want to know, based off of those who are watching right now, is regular and consistent content a realistic goal for you? Is it something that you want to do? Or is it like, not really? And you can be honest, it's okay. For most people, like I said, 90% of the people, 95% of the people who use the network are not creating regular content. So when you do the math on that, if you do start creating regular content, of course it's going to get you more visibility because most people aren't. That being said, you don't have to. But I want to make sure that you do take the time to create some lasting, foundational, featured content so that when people are looking you up, when people are checking you out, they have more to validate you on. So we're going to dive into that right now. But first, I'm going to look at the comments, see what you guys are saying. Look at you, Andy, all the way in the Utah desert. Well, can I tell you, over here in Toronto, yesterday, there was snow. On the weekend, there was snow. So don't talk to me about your desert right now. So Bryn saying yes. And I'm hearing no, it's painful. I'm seeing it's a 2021 goal. 3 times a week, Neil? Is that what you're about? No, I'm not about that. I can't even. I find that creating content on a regular basis for me, I do it once a week. Y'all see me once a week with new content. Yes, I'm trying to step up my game, but you know what? I go hard once a week. Y'all know what you get. You get what you get, don't get upset, and you know when to expect me. So I use a strategy called appointment-based content, right? So I make an appointment with my audience. It's kind of like hearkening back, Neil, to our journalism days. Well, you're still in the game. But for me, it's like we used to tune in to shows on a specific time and date. And so part of what's really cool about live internet TV is the fact that it's interactive, so people show up live. So y'all know when to expect me, or you know when to look for the replay too, for those of you watching the replay. All right, so once a week, says Gail. Christopher says, yes, I definitely need to create more content. Content got a tribe. Yes, comments bring the others. Exactly. So that's important as well, because you can also create micro content by commenting, right? ABC says, it says Webster, always be creating content. always be creating or always, I'm assuming that's what you meant. But anyways, Keith missed me. Well, that's fantastic. I love being missed. That's amazing. All right, guys. So let me hit you up because I've been talking with all this energy, right? Needs versus wants when it comes to the content, baby. All right. So the first thing I want you to know is that when people typically, I want you to go deep on a topic. So let me just pull back for a second. When people are typically thinking about creating content for the first time, they go for the fluff. Okay, so we want to stop the fluff. Okay, fluff is great for later, and it's really, fluff never sounds great, but I'll tell you what I mean. So a lot of people will start with creating quotes or finding an image or something very light, and then calling it fluff. And I'm probably being a little judgy, so let me pull back my Judy hat and not be a judge like that. But what I want you to do is, before you start thinking about, branding your picture with some quote, I was about to say some stupid quote. I'm so judgmental. Let me stop that. Yeah. Think and focus on creating content that validates you, builds on your credibility. So this is going deeper on content, right? So this is like thinking about, what can I create? So if someone was thinking about working with me, referring me to a client or a project, or hiring me or working for me, what is it they need to know about what I bring to the table? How can I showcase that to them? And I'm telling you, cannot showcase that to them by creating, taking a picture of you and putting, a couple words, a motivational quote. That stuff doesn't work. Sure, it gets my attention, but if there's no meat, right? It's just lettuce. It's not really a burger. Even if you want the Beyond the Meat burger, you want more meat, right? It's just not enough. It's not going to sell me. I'm not going to buy just the lettuce, right? Unless you really just like salads. But anyways, so what I want you to know is that you want to do the hard work first. So one of the first things that you can do is pick a topic that you are an expert on. I always bang my mic. That you're an expert on, and go deep on it. We'll talk about format in just a second, but think about, this is one option for you. So picking a topic and go deep on. So say, for example, you are a systems analyst, right? And you can go deep on a system. You can go deep on specific topics or maybe on teams and the things that you do. It doesn't matter what you do. If you are a personal branding stylist, for example, I see a lot of people who go deep on their subject matter expertise. You can go deep on a specific topic that showcases what's in here. Another angle, so these right now are angles of different type of content, and this is that legacy, lasting content. This is content that should be evergreen. It should never go out of style, right? It should be relevant, and you can always update it with new content when you get the time, but it should be content that's not necessarily based off of things like trends. It's foundational stuff, so that when someone's looking you up, when they're on your profile, this is what they're going to see first, right? So consider that. You can expose the problem. One of the things that a lot of people successfully do is educate people on a problem they didn't even know they had, or educate the industry on a problem they weren't aware of. And so what you can do is, so one is the topic, two is exposing the problem, and more so, not only just the problem, but what it costs if that problem is not addressed. And typically, strategically, that problem should be in your wheelhouse of expertise. So this way you're talking about things that that you are the expert, that someone's going to you for. So that's another piece of content that you can focus in on, right? And you're going, like I said, go deep in this stuff, right? The third thing that you can do is you can prepare them to work with you, work with your team. So one of the things that you might want them to do is, so a lot of, especially consultants, how would you like your client to show up for the first time? What is it they need to know to really leverage what's in here, how you work with your clients. How would you like them to prepare? If you could have your ideal client, they already come ready with answer that question in your content. This creates better clients for you. Also, if you're a leader, you can also prepare people by the type of leader you are so that people can prepare and be ready for the mindset, or you're attracting the right people who want to work with you. So you've got to think about if you adopt a certain style of leadership, or if there's principles that you have, they're non-negotiable principles that you may have in your leadership style. Maybe that's something that you need to write about. So creating content that prepares people to work with you or for you. And I'm going to take a look now at the comments to see what you guys are saying. And that's okay, Kiva. You're late, but it's okay, because there's always the replay. Fluff is for pillows. You know what I'm talking about. Karan, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Thought leaders are definitely not built by fluff. No. Man cannot live on fluff and fluff alone. I'm telling you. All right. Hey, Lisa. Nice to see you. Christopher says, Cher, this advice is golden. It is that I sold search marketing services. And this is the way you sold search marketing services, because business owners were hiring agencies based off of all the wrong criteria. Exactly. So when you are educating your clients on what they need to know, they already walk into trusting you, and you are already preparing yourself for better clients and opportunities. So loving that. All right. So next, showcase a milestone. Okay. This could be something, for example, one of my clients today, they in the fall, they graduated from their executive MBA, and what they ended up doing was writing an article around the experience of that and what the takeaways were from that, because that value now comes with this person who is able then to translate that to their team, to the company they're working for, the partners that they're making. So looking at a milestone within your career or an experience level, something that you've done to make yourself better, and articulating the benefits around that is another way, another approach or idea for content. Again, I'm not talking format here, right? We're not there yet. That's actually my next point. But ultimately, these 4 ideas here are foundational content that when I'm looking you up, besides having a click magnet profile that makes me either want to work with you, for you, or refer you, because I know exactly what you do and how you serve. And that's really how you build that professional digital presence, especially on LinkedIn, but pretty much anywhere. When you have these foundational pieces of content, however you choose to create them, it now gives you the credibility that you need. Plus, it validates you, because a lot of people, when they're actually going onto your profile, I'm not even talking about a visibility strategy today. I'm talking about credibility. So when they go on your profile and they're seeing this foundational stuff and not fluff, this really raises your game and your value, and is so important. So these are the 4 pieces, but now let me give you just a little bit more advice. Create in your content zone first. So now you've got your ideas of the approach to the content. Now let's talk about format. So for some of you, that might be writing a series of blog posts, or a blog post, start with 1 at a time. You don't have to do them all, right? And because they're evergreen, if you remember what I said, evergreen meaning that they don't go out of season, they're not dated, they're just information that you carry with you. Because they're evergreen, they will exist on your profile. And if you remember, we have the featured section now on the top of your profile. So if you guys have never seen that before, go on my profile after the show, and you will see that I feature some content right at the top. So it's very visible. So make sure that you're using pictures and stuff like that, so it draws the eyes to the content. But back to creating in your zone. So for me, going live is clearly my content zone. And why I love it is because It keeps me accountable. I'm able to do it every week. I also love this live interaction. I love my little graphic stuff, and I love being, different and doing my thing. But anyways, I love this. This is where I come alive, and I'm not forced to edit. It's like, you make mistakes, you just keep on going. You drop water in your computer, you just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I like to do. So what you need to do is find out, where is your zone? Do you like to write? Do you like to be on video? Do you want to go live? Whatever it is, you create in that zone first. So go deep on the topic, like work it out so that you have what you really want to convey, so people know what comes with the package. And then only then, that's when you can remix it. So you've done the work on the hard stuff, and then you can make, I'm not going to call it fluff content, but then you can make bite-sized pieces from that same content that you invested in. So then you can pull a graphic from it. You can pull a stat from it and share that. But you've invested the chunk of the work into that, and then you have more content should you choose that you want to share some to be visible. And it all brings them back to your main content. And then the final one, which you won't see here, let me move the clock for just a second. Don't just post, network, work. Okay, so what I mean by that is that when people are engaging, when you post that content, network it. Work it out so that you are really connecting with those people who like it, or sending them a DM or something like that. So even though this is foundational stuff and it will help people decide whether they want to DM you to inquire more about your availability, your opportunities, your experience, because this is just to get them to hello in the DMs, right? This is for them to, oftentimes the more content you create, the better your starting conversation is, because sometimes people are ready to offer you opportunities or work with you or whatever, just based off of what they've seen. So that's what I want to leave you guys with. And let me just fix the timer. It's going to drive me nuts. Okay. So that's what I want to leave you guys with. Yes. So Lisa says, I have articles I have written in the featured section along with the intro video. That's what I'm talking about, Lisa. Intro videos are so powerful. I could have made that as a foundation. I should have. Thank you. That could have been number 5. Intro videos. If y'all don't know about intro videos, you need to find out about intro videos. Just search hashtag intro video challenge, or go on my profile. In my featured section, I break down how to create a video intro so people can meet you face to face. Whitney said she just tuned in, but we'll be watching the replay. Kiva says, I have some good deep blog posts that I need to remix better. Yes, you need to take advantage of the work that you've already done. I'm not about reinventing the wheel here. You have stuff. You have a wheel. Now go make more wheels with that same wheel. You don't need to try to make a whole new one yet. You've got stuff. Keep moving with it. And hey, Ilya and Brian, nice to see you. Hello, bringing the vibe in the comments. Gina, it's okay if you're a bit late. The fact that you're here is awesome. And Travis, always love stumbling into your stream, Cher, brilliant energy and clever setup. Thank you so much. And Solita, I'm late to the party, but that's okay. You're here for the party. You're here to learn. So what we talked about today, so just to recap, this is all about content needs versus the wants. We're not worrying about the wants right now, because if you haven't taken care of the need to develop your credibility with the content that you have, so that when people look you up, they know what comes with the package, and that is on display in your content. That doesn't mean you have to be a regular content creator, but you should create one of the top 4 that I've mentioned, and adding to the 5th is an intro video, which is not there, but go deep on a topic. Again, the format doesn't matter, whether it's video, whether it's a blog post, whether it's an audio post, those exist too. And I've talked about them in previous episodes. Expose a problem, really expose that problem so people know what the problems are in the industry, and also what it will cost them if they don't get them solved. How you plug that hole, right? Prepare them to work with you, work for you. Either way, you want people stepping up and understanding what type of leader you are, or what would be the best way to prepare yourself to work with this type of consultant if you're a consultant, right? Showcasing a milestone. So talk about a story that has transformed you into the leader you are, into the entrepreneur you are. If you've done something to add skill and value to what you bring to the table, approach it from a value-based way. Approach it from the things that you've learned. And of course, when you're starting to create this content, create in your zone first, whether it's the path of least resistance, whatever you like creating first, and then remix it into something else. I love taking a blog post and creating it into a video script. That's amazing. So that means 2 longer formatted pieces. And then you could take that video and chop it into little chunks and share it out that way. You can also take stats from what you've written and create graphics from it. There's just so many, it's endless, right? And then of course, make sure that you're working that content. Make sure that if you, for example, if someone you know is checking you out or is interested in your services, you can also work that content by sharing it with them. So this is what I'm talking about. This is needs first, then deal with what I call the fluffy stuff, not to diminish or devalue, but this stuff is way more valuable because it contributes to how people perceive you from a credibility perspective, because you've got to show up right and people got to know what they get with the package. All right. So guys, tell me, what do you think? Do I get a thumbs up? Do I get a little love? Do I get some clapping? I will take it all right about now. But more importantly, forget about what I want. I want to make sure that you execute on this, because these strategies work. They help you show up better. And so I want to make sure that you're doing it, and I'm seeing the love. I'm loving it. I'm seeing the likes. I'm seeing all of that. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you. And yes, Julie, you made it, Team Live. Good to have you. All right. So next up is today's scroll stopper. And ooh, look at that. I love that parade of y'all. Thank you guys so much. Okay. So today's scroll stopper, of course, before I get to that, if you ever want to be on my A-list, just jump over to just.share.com after the episode, because I'm going to get started. I know I've been saying I'm going to get started with that for some time, but I'm going to get started with it, promise. But today's scroll stopper, I can't even stop today because I'm talking too fast. Let me slow down. So it's actually Margarita. She told me, so she tagged me. Do you guys know that you can tag me in a post of me? Let's look at me for a second. Do you guys know, hold on, that you can tag me in a post? If you see something that stopped your thumb from scrolling, you can tag me, okay? First of all, my clock stressing me out, so I gotta stop it. But all right, back over to the post. So thank you, Margarita, for tagging me. And today's scroll stopper is brought to you by Faith McKinney. She's a self-promotion expert, a speaker, and consultant at Schmingling. Love that name. Awesome. So Faith, this is what she did today. So what was really interesting about this, and I actually have the video that I will show you guys, just a clip of it. But before we get into the video, it's a great way to go vertically horizontal with video, because I find that, you know, when you're creating videos, it's really easy to just hold a video up to hold your phone up to your face and just kind of do it like this, right? It kind of takes the need for it to be super, super professional, have, you know, the whole 16:9, which is like the wide video. If you just want to create this stuff fast, and sometimes done is better than perfect, because perfect never gets done, using this way is pretty cool. So basically, let's take another look at it. What she's done is she has she created this in Canva, and then she's basically put her video inside a phone graphic, right? So immediately, and I'll show you what this looks like. So let's take a quick look. Bear with me a second. All right, so go.
Hey everybody, it's
here.
Me, Faith McKinney, the Great Connector. I had an amazing week this week. I had a chance to speak to indie Black businesses.
All right, so stop there. Y'all want to go watch the video, connect with her, definitely. So basically what she's doing here is, what I love is that she used these bold colors, right? You may want to design your own way and all that stuff, but I just want you guys to see generally what you can do. And the video is under 2 minutes, so it's a pretty short video, 1 minute and 53 seconds. So that's also good, especially for a video like this. And basically what she does is she runs down a list of events happening and what's going on, because her thing is about schmingling, right? So networking and mingling and all that good stuff. So she's talking about that. And I liked the concept of this and her branded self intro. So immediately when she's introducing herself, you know exactly what she does if it's the first time you've ever seen her video. And of course, her name is also on the graphic, which is great. And like I said, this is easily made in Canva. So great stuff there. Again, thanks again, Margarita, for sharing this with me. Guys, what did you guys think? I just thought that well done. Like, I mean, as far as just using what you got and then using Canva, because Canva now is really doing some really interesting stuff with video. So if you've never been to Canva, canva.com, you can create videos just like that. I just thought it was a really cool idea. You can make it your own, of course, but it's something that you can do. So let me know what you guys think. Do I want to unpause my timer? Not yet. I need a little more time, guys. I need a little more time. But let me see what you guys have to say in the comments. Let's see. Repurpose, reuse, recycle, reuse. Yes, Ilya, I agree. I'm loving the networking that's happening in the comments right now. Tashik is saying, I'm so grateful for this valuable and expansive content you are sharing tonight. Listen, that's the name of my game. That's what I do. I love this stuff, honestly, every week. This is like TV on my own terms. I get to do what I want, right? And yeah, Christopher saying, yeah, that was really good. I love Canva, great ideas. No, me too. And let me just make sure I'm not missing anybody over on Facebook. So y'all jumping in too. Nicole's saying, yes, love it. Yeah, exactly, Nicole. It's something that's so easy that you can create. Again, it just levels up very easy content creation, because it all doesn't have to be rocket science. You don't need to be an editor for everything. This is drag and drop, plug and play, post and go. Oh, I like that. Anyways, all right. So that's it for that. Coming up next, tap that app. 2 P's. Come on, tap that app. We are going to be talking about getting video testimonials. So let's say, for example, you had an event, whether it is a virtual, like right now, virtual events, whatever, or maybe you want to work with a client. You've worked with clients, people who have worked with you in the past. Sometimes it's hard to type out a testimonial about you. But if someone could, again, hold their camera and just talk about how great it was to work with you, how much they loved it, you are going to love this app. And it's, of course, you guys know me and my AppSumo thing. So I'll talk to you guys in just a second. But if you don't want to miss the post, are you following the hashtag? Hashtag Just Ask Cher. After the episode, of course, make sure you search hashtag Just Ask Cher and hit that follow button so you don't miss a post from me. Because all this goodness, this social media goodness, you don't want to miss it. And all this energy comes with it. All right. So, like I said, tap that app today. Here is the app. It's called Video Peel. Want to let you guys know that this is something that they brought back to the AppSumo deals. It's a Black Friday deal, so it's not going to be around for long. So hopefully you're watching this week. And I think it's $69 or $79. But again, it's a really easy way. They don't have to download an app or anything like that. You can just send a request and then it will come back to you. You in the request, you can let them know if you want them to go vertical or horizontal. You can edit within the app, all that good stuff. They can sign off on the video. You can let them know what it's for, all within that link that you send them out. So I think it's pretty dope. Check it out if I'm playing around with it, because typically what I like to do is like test the app before I talk about it. But I haven't done that yet. I bought it because it's a Black Friday deal, and I trumped something else that I was going to share today, only because by next week this is gone, and then you'll have to pay, I think it's like $400 to $800 a year for this kind of stuff. So, one and done For a lifetime deal, that's what I'm talking about. You know me and my lifetime deals. Love it. I'm up to the deal. All right, so I'm going to continue down the timer as if it's always been playing because, I love that, right? And I want to make sure that I answer your questions. And back that app up. That's what I'm talking about, Neil. That's it. Tap That App needs to be its own video series. I'm just saying, when I reinvent Just Ask Cher for the new year, because it's coming, right? Got to change things up. Got to switch it up. I know you guys love this. I love it too. But I got to bring the flavor, the spice. I got to change it up. So maybe Tap That App. Got to back that app up. Who knows? Either way, it needs its own show. I'm just saying, little 3-minute episodes here and there, just flooding your timelines. But we'll see. We'll see. But in the meantime, did you know that sharing is caring? Did you guys know this? It's very important that since you've stuck around this long at the end of the episode, and now that my timer is practically run out, that you share this episode. Because like I said, sharing is caring. So after you're done, share it with a friend, share it with your network. Either way, I love you for it. So I appreciate you. So definitely share that out. And I'm going to look just to see if there's any more questions. And Nick says, great to catch you live. Thank you so much, Nick. And I pay extra, so better learn to use it. Exactly. Canva, great ideas. I love it. So yes, Canva's awesome. I pay the full price for Canva too. It's worth it. I should put I'll send you a promo code because it's funny. I don't even do this for the money. I really do it for the love. I mean, if I was more strategic, I would be like dropping my code, right? Dropping my cheat code so y'all can you can get it under my affiliate code, but really, and I do have one, but I don't even think about it. I just want y'all to get the deals, right? What was one of those deep dive moments for content on LinkedIn? So what I meant by that, Laquanza, is just you go deep dive on a topic that people would pay you for. Like me, I go deep dive all the time on different topics. So you really know what's in here. So if you're making anchor content, so the content that's going to stick around for a long time because you're not regularly producing content, what you need to do is create the kind of content that if someone would hire you for that knowledge, and it verifies, it validates that you know what you're talking about. And it shows your thought leadership, even though you're not going to be a regular thought leader. So I hope that answers the question. So that's what I meant by picking a topic and going deep dive. Like this is a deep dive on what kind of content do you actually need versus all the fluffy stuff that, it's all good. But if you don't have this, that timer's so rude. I hate it so much, but I got to wrap up. But either way, so that's what I want you to think about when you are creating content. So if you guys have any more questions, of course, I will check it out after the episode, which is so past done, so past due, but I love you guys, so I can't help it. So coming up next week on Just Ask Cher, I don't know yet. I'll figure it out for next week, but it'll be dope. So make sure you tune in 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday night for Just Ask Cher Live. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will definitely see you on the replay or the next episode. All right. Have a great night, guys. Bye.